It's a terrifying thought, but what would you do in the event of an active shooter? In an effort to keep their students protected, San Diego State University recently created a safety training video explaining what to do in such a situation. News 8's Kelly Hassedall is live at SDSU with more on that video. Kelly?
Yeah, and Carlo, it's not something any of us want to have to think about, but in light of recent events, it's certainly something that we all have to consider. Now, SDSU police are urging all of their students, all of their staff, and even parents to watch this video. It's something you may not want to think about, but you should, say law enforcement. Every year, San Diego State University campus police run an active shooter drill on campus. But this year, the department decided to take the training a step further.
An active shooter is a person engaged in killing or attempting to harm people in a confined and populated area.
Creating an active shooter safety training video for the student population. Community relations specialist Raquel Harriet.
As we saw a need to really engage our campus population.
Depending on the location of the attack, running may be the best option.
The 11-minute video walks students through the run, hide, and fight methods.
Spread out and do not huddle together. Avoid places that restrict your options for movement.
The actors you see here, SDSU students and staff.
We wanted to make sure that it resonated with our student population, which is why we recorded it here at San Diego State University.
The video was released back in March. Since then, it's been viewed about 3,000 times. Harriet says they worked with detectives and even an FBI profiler to compile a list of warning signs.
It's always better to be safe than sorry, so we encourage our community to come forward and call us if they notice any concerning behavior.
The video also informs students about how to sign up for safety alerts on their phones.
Be sure to check opt-in to receive emergency text message alerts.
The most important thing is preparedness. The more proactive we are in preparing for these types of incidents, the more that we can collectively come together and just be a safer campus.
And that video is on SDSU Campus Police's YouTube page. Now, you can also request an in-person safety presentation with a campus resource officer. They can actually come into your space here on campus, and based on the exits, they can look at the layouts as well and offer their safety recommendations. Back to you.
Kelly, thank you.